Welcome to Farm Talk, just northwest of Wheatland, North Dakota, at the Tim McLean Farm, celebrating a landmark for farm rescue. It's the 400th farm family.
I was diagnosed with breast cancer 6 years ago, May of 2010. We treated that, and we were good for a while. 2 years ago, it metastasized to the bones in my pelvis. It's deteriorating the bones right now. I don't have a tumor per se, it's just in the bone. So now I'm taking weekly chemotherapy treatments, IV, at the Roger Maris Center in Fargo. Had good news today. I had treatments today. My tumor markers are finally going down. If we can get the cancer knocked out of the bones, they should repair themselves. That's the hope. And if they regenerate, then I'll be able, she thought maybe in a couple months I'll be out of the wheelchair.
I stopped in John Deere one day in Castleton at the RDO store. And my salesman asked me, do you ever think about trying for farm rescue? And I was like, well, I don't know if I really qualify for that. I'm sure there's other people that are more qualified. He goes, well, just think about it. Just think about it. And so about a week or 10 days went by, and when I went in there the next time, he had the application already copied off the website. So when Kari was in the hospital, I had the application with me, and we were talking about it, and she said, do what you need to do. You know, that'd be great. Just fill it out. So our daughter was up in the hospital with us, and she filled it out for me. It wasn't a few days later they called and said, well, we're available, and you are the 400th farm family that Farm Rescue has helped. And I was like, now I was surprised that it was that easy, but I guess we met the criteria, and things just happened from there. And being the 400th, it's too bad that there's that many farmers that need the service, but being the 400th, it's grateful that this farm rescue organization is there for the people, the farmers that need a little help.
It's difficult to ask for assistance. We've always liked to pull in our own harvest. You work all year with it, and there's just something about harvesting it that brings it full circle. But having the help has been a blessing, because it's just too much for us this year. It's hard to ask for help.
I'm the kind of guy that always wants to do it himself. I don't want to put people out. I want to try to see things through to the end myself, and that's why it was difficult to ask for assistance. But I mean, the way this has gone, it's really easy to ask for assistance now. If I need help, I'm going to ask. The volunteers are doing a great job. They come from all over the United States. I mean, it's never would have dreamt that.
I think it's awesome that they are giving up their time. It's something they enjoy doing as well, and it's helpful to the farmers who are getting the help from Farm Rescue. I can see Tim doing that someday. It's just enjoyable to help someone else.
RDO, John Deere in Castleton, has just been unbelievably helpful. They're around the corner all the time asking if you need anything. Do you need this or do you need that? And RDO's brought out a combine. From the time that I applied for Farm Rescue and got accepted, and in between that time frame when Farm Rescue was available to show up, RDO came out and they supplied 2 of their guys. One ran the combine, one ran my combine, and they switch off and go to the grain cart. And they were making phone calls, calling the elevator, getting trucks lined up, and yeah. And if you look around my farm, I am John Deere. I'm green, and it almost, I'd say everything that's on the farm that's green has an RDO sticker on it. Well, I had no clue how many sponsors Farm Rescue had until the pickups came in the yard with all the logos on it. There's RDO and Bremer Bank. We bank there. You know, we do business at RDO. Farmers Union Insurance was on there. I saw that. We do business at Farmers Union Insurance. And I did know today a couple of people from Bremer Bank came out to see how things were going. And I got a text message today from one of the insurance agents from Farmers Union in Castleton there to check and see how things were going. And if you need anything, give them a call. So, I mean, it's just unbelievable the sponsorship that this organization, Farm Rescue, has.
We just appreciate all the sponsors, big and small. Everyone does a part. I know even there's all kinds of individuals that also donate to Farm Rescue, and it's just a good program. I would encourage anyone that is looking for a place to give a donation that this is a very worthy program. I don't know what we'd do without it right now, and we're very appreciative.
Farm Rescue is there to not only take the burden off of the person that's asking for Farm Rescue, but taking the burden off the neighbors that come over to help. Because Farm Rescue will be there, and they've got their people, they've got their crew, their equipment, and they can do the whole job. Well, I'd like to thank the sponsors that sponsor Farm Rescue, and the volunteers that are here, and the volunteers that are not here that work with Farm Rescue, and especially the staff with Farm Rescue, and Bill Gross. I mean, this here, it's a pure genius idea, because I don't know where people would be, you know, if they got into the situation where they needed Farm Rescue and didn't have Farm Rescue. And I'd like to just say thank you to everybody for everything they have done, everything they will do, and for the future.